Hey, welcome friends, this is Alan Lee with Honestly Handyman Services and welcome to Business Friday. And today I want to answer some of the most common questions that are asked of a handyman. So, I'm Alan Lee as I said, and welcome. And I operate a handyman business called Honestly Handyman Services here in Sacramento, California. And one question we'll just start with, what age did you get started in the handyman business? And I got started when I was 27 years old, doing it part-time in the evenings and the weekends. I was a full-time auto technician. I did that for about 10 years, and I was looking for a way to raise extra income for my family, so I made these flyers offering handyman services to people in my neighborhood, and I passed those out, sent those out on Facebook, just anywhere I could, ask friends and family if they had anyone that was interested in handyman services, and it just blew up. It was amazing. And really what I found was the need for a good quality, honest handyman was so great that I just desired to get into it, because that's really encapsulated what I wanted to do as a handyman. And that's really how the name Honest Lee came about. Was I just wanted to create an entity that was honest in every single thing it did. Let's see here. Another good question is, let's see, what is your favorite tool? My favorite tool as a handyman by far would be my truck and my trailer. And I know that you may not think those are tools, but those certainly are. Before I had my trailer, I just operated out of my truck, had all my tools literally in the back seat of my truck and in the passenger seat, and it was hard. Like, sometimes I couldn't even shift my truck because it's a manual, because I had so much tools in it, And then eventually, once the winter ended, I started putting all my stuff in the back of my truck, because it wasn't raining anymore. This obviously was not safe, and it was not very good on my tools, because if I put my skill saw down there and I'd put everything else on top of it, and yeah, stuff would just get lost, so hard to get out, and stuff would get ruined as well because it would get crushed or whatever. So then I made the investment to buy a tool trailer, and that was probably one of the greatest things I ever did for my business. Invested in that. I found a tool trailer on Craigslist, actually. You don't need to buy a new tool trailer. If you got the money for it, I'd say go for it. I bought a 5-foot by 8-foot tool trailer, enclosed with dual doors. I absolutely love that. I like that better than the ramp style door, just because if you only need something real quick, you just open one of the half doors and grab whatever you need and close it real quick. And you don't always got to lower that ramp down. It works for some people. I don't really have anything that needs to roll in or out. I don't do a lot of woodwork, so I don't really have a rolling table saw that I need to roll in and roll out on a daily basis. So let's see here and by the way, all these questions are taken out of our Handyman Journey Facebook mastermind group. And if you guys are not in that, I would highly recommend that you get in that. Ask for the link to that in the description below, and I will send that over to you. We'd love to have you. So one other question is do you do any advertising to businesses? Do you do any work for businesses? And I would say yes. I would say probably 50% of my work comes from businesses. I have a huge account with a doctor's office. They have 5 or 6 locations around the Sacramento area, and I've been working for them for about a year now. And they're super great. We got a super great relationship. They'll call me in to replace some light bulbs, AC filters, hang things on walls, do some drywall patches, move some desks around, disassemble some desks, install standing desks. I've done many things for them down, in the past. And sometimes it's big things. Sometimes it's small things like, hey, we just want this armrest removed off this chair. So it's not really a big deal. Sometimes you don't make a lot of money going out on those smaller jobs, but you definitely make it out with the bigger relationship. And really that's what it's all about, is being a handyman, is creating a good, solid relationship. I also have, sorry, I'm referring to my notes here. I also have a good clientele with a dentist office, a children's museum, and some preschools around town. These have been nice because, it's great to realize, because oftentimes these people, they trust me, they know what my prices are, so I don't need to necessarily go out and give them an estimate beforehand. They say, hey, just go and get it done and then send us an invoice. So that's super great, super nice to have, and super good to know and have that on your shoulders and know that you can fall back on that and rely on that. Let's see, another question is, what do you do for your website? Well, I do my website hosting through an organization called placermarketing.com. If you guys haven't checked them out, I would highly recommend them. That's run by my good friend up in Auburn, California, but he does website development for all around the world. So check him out if you haven't. How do you schedule? What do you use for contact management, and what do you use for a calendar? And I have a Google Pixel phone. That's actually what I'm recording on right now. And I absolutely love that thing. I love Google. I love Google products. So I use Google Calendars, Google Scheduling, Google Contacts for all my stuff. So that's what I use for my contact manager. And I also have a CRM through HubSpot online, and they keep track of all my contacts, make it easy to send emails, canned response emails, and things like that. What do you use for bookkeeping? So bookkeeping is something that's fairly new to our business. We just incorporated as an LLC last year. So we currently outsource it to a business called Anderson Business Advisors, and they've been a super great help. They're located out of Las Vegas, Nevada. So that's currently who we use for bookkeeping. We plan on learning how to do bookkeeping ourselves and take over that in the next few months from Anderson, but we'll see how things go. I mean, it's fairly inexpensive when you think of the grand scheme of things, just to have someone else who knows exactly what they're doing to handle it. So we'll definitely take a look at that in a few months as we learn more about the process. What age did you start? I already talked about that. I was 27. I'm currently 29. What is your vision for this year in your business? So my vision for this year, first of all, my giving vision, and I think that's always a great place to start, is I want to give, out of my business, I want to give $9,000 to my church, to different organizations, to mission organizations, to people in need. That's probably my giving goal. And then financial goal of what I want to make, I want my business to make $90,000 this year. Last year we made around $70,000 in the business. That's not what I take home, guys. You need to remember your business is separate from your personal bank account. If you are an LLC, if you're a sole proprietor, all that money's yours. But as an LLC, I pay myself a certain wage. But for my business goals, I want to make $90,000 this year. Let's see, what do you do during your slow time? So during my slow time, when I first got my trailer, I would work on my trailer all the time whenever I was slow. Whenever I was home, I would bust out my table saw, I'd be working on that thing, because having good organization is key. So anything that you need to organize, I would definitely start there. That is what you need to focus on when you are slow. Focus on organization. Right now, what I focus on when I'm slow is writing estimates, writing invoices, and learning. Learning is so important to never stop learning. So I do what you guys are doing right now. Watch YouTube. Some of the times I create invoices, create estimates, and continue to organize. Any little thing that needs to be optimized and made better and made to run smoother, I definitely work on when I am slow, because that, in the long run, that's going to make you money. See, what is the next question here? What do you think of Home Advisor? I don't think anything of Home Advisor. I've never tried them. I've heard some horror stories from them, and I would recommend you not try them. Not because of my own personal experience, but from what I've heard from other people. And with marketing, I got a lot of videos on marketing. If you guys haven't seen them, check them out in the past. Check them out on this channel. I got a bunch of videos on marketing. But anyways, my big thing on marketing is you should always exhaust all of your free marketing things before you start paying for marketing. So there's definitely a lot of free things from Facebook, Instagram, email, door-to-door, brochures, things like that. And I have a video all on free advertising, so check that out. So yeah, do free advertising before you pay for it. If you've done all your free advertising and you guys are out of ideas, then yeah, pay for Home Advisor, pay for Yelp, do whatever you want. Do whatever you think will help. What do you do for insurance? So I currently carry $2 million in general liability insurance, and I have that through a company called Albino Dunn, or I don't even know how to pronounce their name, but I do have an independent insurance provider that provides my general liability insurance, and I'm working on creating the amount that my trailer is worth and all my tools are worth, because I'm going to insure that. So if it was ever to get stolen or anything like that, it would be fully insured. And I'm going to do that through the same company. If you guys are interested in any of the stuff I've talked about, leave a comment in the comment section below. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section below with any questions you guys have regarding handyman businesses, because I would definitely love to address a video on that. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.